just adjust the mic. Am I audible? Yeah, I will. I think it's always nervousness, right? When you see a lot of people and when you speak to people. I want to thank Atul for being sweet and introducing me, and Mohit for giving me this opportunity. I know he's waving out, and I feel very honored to be here in everybody's company. It's interesting why I've chosen this book, and I'm changing the tempo a bit from autobiographies to something that I really, really feel very happy to present. This book, Jesus CEO, when I picked it up, I think 23 years ago, I got fascinated by the title Jesus, because I belong to that faith, and CEO. I was a rookie. And it made eyes at me, and I said, wow, let's pick it up. And I had no idea of whether I wanted to be a researcher. I had no idea whether I wanted to be a leader. And I had absolutely no ambition of being a CEO. And 25 years later, I am CEO Ormax Campus. I said, kuch to hua hai life mein. So I said, let me take this book out again. Maybe it spoke to me, and let me see if it speaks to me again. And what I saw was Jesus CEO using ancient wisdom for visionary leadership. And I think I need it desperately now, because when I stand before people, I'm expected to sound profound. And it's a huge pressure always. And I said, I need to take this book out again. And when I did that, I like flipping through books. Yeah? And when you flip through books, things speak to you. And I realized it had 3 parts to it. And it had 3 parts, which was called self-mastery, strength of action, and strength of relationship. And I said, oh God, what should I speak about? And the answer was self-mastery. And after 25 years, I think it's important for me to reflect on my leadership. And as I was doing that, I realized that leading and leadership is never easy. Is it easy? I always feel very daunted. I always feel very scared when saying, lead somebody. And I realized that leadership requires tremendous energy every single day. And I always tell my MD who is sitting over here, my guru, I tell my husband and I tell all my friends, there's never a dull moment. It's almost like, bring it on, what to do. Yeah? And it hasn't changed in the last 25 years. And I said, what is it that I should speak today? And what is it that I should tell you? Which really, really impacted me in all these years. And again, flipped through the book. I said, I need to say something. And I realized that 2 things stood out for me very, very powerfully. And those 2 things which I want to talk today, which was a revelation. First, Jesus was in a constant state of celebration. And I think that's so wonderful at a time when people don't laugh and smile a lot. And I like your smile. I think it's got such a sweet smile. And I realized that when he was born, I'm sure we all know, and Christmas just went past, he was in a stable, and there were angels singing to him, and the 3 wise men came with gifts, and there was happy hurrah. And he believed truly that he came from a place of happiness, and he was going through a place of happiness. And he believed, and he always said that when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I. And I think that's powerful for a man who believed in being with his friends and disciples, sharing food. Even on his last day, he had food with his disciples. And he was damn cool, right? He could change water into wine. I love that. What a great man. And I said, that's really, really good. And in Ormax, I really, really believe that when we sit at the table together, afternoon lunch sessions when I sit with my team, I think it's a constant state of celebration. I think nothing better than eating with your team. And for me as a personal message, it really lightens me. It really makes me happy. It is not CEO sitting with people and, there's a junior senior. It just makes me really, really happy. And I feel in a constant state of celebration. So that was the first thing that this book told me. And the second very, very important thing, and I think you alluded to it in your book, the theme of energy. And I think for leaders, as I said, we require tremendous energy every single day. And Jesus talks about two kinds of energy, and I think I love the man. I think he was way ahead of his time, and ancient wisdom really, really helps in these days. He talks about guarding your energy. Have you all been to the time when you reach office and suddenly you're very, very exhausted by 12:30? And all you want to do, which Priya Lobo wants to do, is go home and sleep. I don't want to deal with this world. Kisne bola tha leader banne ke liye? And I think to myself, what went into me? I could have been an academic or a professor or anything. And I realized that I'm not only physically, but mentally and spiritually very, very tired. And that is because my energy has leaked. And I've not been able to guard my energy. And Jesus says something very, very beautiful because he was a teacher, right, to his disciples. And he said, I refuse to get into meaningless debates with people who do not have a desire to learn, but only argue. A man said this, refuse to get into meaningless debates with people who have no desire to learn, but only want to argue. And doesn't that happen to us all the time? You get dragged into all sorts of meetings, all sorts of conversations, with or without your will, and you don't know what to do with it. It happens to me. And I know that my energy has leaked. And I think it's important what he tells you. Guard your energy. Guard your aura. And I think as you grow into leadership, it becomes fundamentally very, very important to do. And the second thing that he talks about is very, very nice. Jesus said, I do not waste time judging others. And judging others, and Dr. Malshikar, I was happy that you said that you do not judge young people today. You really, really, I think I almost had a tear in my eye when you said that. And I think it's very, very important. Do not waste time judging others. And I said, why is this man saying all of this? It's all good for Jesus to say this, right? He's God. Difficult for me. And I realized when he says that when you're judging others, you're halting progress. When you judge others, you're halting progress because what you have done is you've taken your energy in analyzing somebody. You're trying to see whether that person is in the same race. Is he going to take my idea? Is he in sync with me? Oh, he doesn't match my acumen. So many things. And in that, what you've done is you've halted your progress. Instead of moving forward, I think you've gone many, many steps behind. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Judging others is halting your own progress. You're not really, really taking things ahead, your clarity and your mission and your focus. And what Jesus says that instead of wasting time judging others, what you could do is help others. And I know for today that the theme globally is help others, be compassionate, show empathy. And I think that's wonderful when somebody says, stop judging, start helping. And I think that's a clear message again when we talk about our energy. And why leak that wonderful energy as a leader when you can use your energy as a leader for restoration, for creation? That's why you're a leader. Or you could have done gardening or baking or fishing. But the fact that you stand as a leader, you need to invest in guarding your energy. And as I want to conclude on this book, and I'm very passionate about what I'm saying, the two things that I want to sum up and round about, it's never been easy to be a leader. I've fumbled, I've failed, and I see failure. But when I see Jesus saying, be in a constant state of celebration, it gives me a glimmer of hope. It tells me, lighten up. It's not all that bad. And the second thing, when Jesus says, guard your energy. Energy. You spoke about energy. All of us talk about energy. And it is to not allow energy leaks to happen. And how can I make sure that it doesn't happen and I do my job of creation and restoration? And that's what I wanted to share with all of you lovely folks out here. Thank you.